Yeah, I'm gonna get my face over here so I can try and make you crack up and make funny faces at you so that you're like looking right here, instead of
right here.
off out here,
Out there.
Exactly. And the first question is, Maurice, what are your thoughts on blues music as a genre?
That's a tough question.
I think it's really interesting. I think that in order to perform blues like a real bluesman, you kind of have to get into the feeling. You really have to know where the music's coming from and what it's talking about.
Before the ensemble, I really hadn't gotten into blues, country, but I was challenged and I've really come to like the kind of improv I had to do and kind of just allow myself to let it go and not think so much.
It's something that I actually really like. Something that I wasn't sure of when we actually got into it. I knew I'd always liked blues, but as far as singing it, being a part of a band, I just wanted to experiment a little bit more with it. And as we experimented or played, I liked it a lot more than I thought I would.
I think it has a lot more context, a lot more of a different feel. I'd say maybe definitely more emotional than rock and roll.
I think that it's a passionate style. It's something that, like any music's expressing creativity and language and feelings and all that, but I think blues is just there's no sugar coating, there's no anything like that. It's just they put it right out there and that's almost all it is.
What did you learn from these experiences?
Besides that you might kill me at one point or the other.
It's a good thing to learn. You just told me what you
That
learned.
it's so much easier than I think, because I think way too much.
I thought with the players that we had, working with different people, getting used, there was different amounts of experience in different parts of the band, and working with that in both in rehearsal and performance. On the actual venue night, I found myself pushing to put out a huge amount of energy to kind of, not really compensate, not the right word, just to kind of make sure we are where we should be.
A stronger feel, I guess. It wasn't so much as learning it all. I took a blues ensemble last semester, so it was just more really getting a better feel for it.
Yes, I learned that how important it is to have your own part as far as the band goes to just make everything sound a lot better. Not playing the same things, the same licks at the same time as far as guitar goes, even as vocalists, switching up the way that you sing or phrase things will at least add that little extra dynamic to songs.
I got a really sense of belonging as a guitar player, kind of feeling out not only what a guitar player does in the blues band, but also how you should act as a musician and how you should be. You may miss a couple notes, but that's what makes the blues sometimes.
I think I learned a lot from the recording studio. I'd never been in a studio, and it was good to see how it worked, and I just think that being with a band was cool for me. It was my first time actually getting with a group of people.
I'm not used to recording in one of the booths though, so when we did that, just making sure as far as the acoustics, make sure you're right on top of the mic. As far as singing goes, I guess maybe as far as the full band too, we just did run throughs, so making sure that you're making a good clean take.
Can you hear the drums upstairs? It's nice. It's a good touch.
I thought it was really awesome to be able to get up on a stage and play through the tunes that we knew and play them for people before we got on stage. It helped us iron out anything that might have gone wrong, and it also helped me feel a lot more secure as the guitar player to know that getting up there and getting nervous, it's really hard to keep a rhythm when you're shaking all over, but when I got up there in the cafe, I was comfortable enough that then made it so that I was more comfortable even when I got on stage at the Minnesota Music Cafe.
Of course, everybody has those nerves, but they're good nerves. They make you perform better.
I thought the cafe performance was more intimate, and it was good to shake it out and kind of get the feel of what it was going to be like on a bigger stage.
I honestly just had fun. It's probably one of the most fun ensembles that I've done, as far as it's not so serious, but you're still required to make sure that you do things.
Sean, what are your thoughts on blues music?
I had a blast. It was so fun. I just didn't think about anything and had fun. So I learned a lot.
Worked out well, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
And most of all, I learned that it's just about having fun and feeling the groove as a community of players up on stage.
It's probably good for you to learn that there's always someone lurking around the corner and it's out to get you.
I guess that's some kind of wisdom, but it's very dark.
Thank you.